All right, Lucy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to SHM Sunday Song Session. We're really excited for today. This is a real treat for us. We're going to welcome everybody. Sorry, having a technical glitch over here. All right. Lucy, say hello for us.
Hi.
All right, we got you. All right. Everybody, we are thrilled that Lucy Greenbaum is here all the way from St. Louis. Hi, Lucy. How's it going?
I am good. How are you?
We are great here in California, hunkered down, staying safe, and enjoying some really good weather. It's like 80-something degrees outside. Really beautiful, not a cloud in the sky.
Awesome.
Yeah. We are, we're going to wait a few minutes to get people signed on and joining us. We already have a few. And we are sharing it on our pages. Cool. All right. Everybody, please feel free, if you're already online and you're on Facebook, to press the share button at the bottom of the page, at the bottom of your screen. It's right next to the comment page, and you can share that and share that this is SHM Sunday Song Session with Lucy Greenbaum. This is so exciting for us to have somebody, a national Jewish musician come and join us. We've been having, Lucy, all of our in-house temple musicians who play with us. They're pros and they're incredible. They've been sharing with us their talents, and it's been really great to bring music to people on Sunday. And now we are so thrilled that the SHM Brotherhood has sponsored you to join us for today's song session.
Yeah, it's so cool what you guys are doing, and I'm so happy to be with you today.
Awesome. That is great. We're going to give it about 3 more minutes, so everybody, please feel free to comment and share and say hello. Spread the word of what we're doing. Rabbi Steinberg, good to see you. We're glad you're here. We're just waiting. How's the weather out there in St. Louis?
It's getting a little humid as it does in the summertime, but temperatures are pretty good today, so that's been nice.
That's nice. We don't usually get a lot of humidity out this way, but
you're very lucky.
Makes your hair frizzy, huh?
It does. I grew up in Phoenix, which is very much not humid at all, so it's quite the shock.
Why did you, we'll get into this a little bit, when we get into your bio and whatnot, but why'd you go out to St. Louis from Phoenix?
For school, college.
Where'd you go?
Washington University in St. Louis.
Well, because you can't say it any other way, right? It's kind of like me. I don't say I went to Ohio State. I went to the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State, that's correct.
It is correct. So you went to Washington University in St. Louis. Michael and Scott, say hi to you.
Hello.
That is great. And Cookie and Gary and Hannah and Abby are all listening and excited. Rabbi Rob Friedman says, "Go wash you." That's exciting. Dave, Sue, and Bowie, the Labradoodle, is watching. They're all watching, so this is very exciting. Ed is here joining us as well. Hello, Ed. And Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah. Hope you guys are doing well. Feel free to comment and let us know that you're here. Otherwise, we won't know you're here. So if you want us to know you're here, please feel free to comment and say hello. Oh, Bernedoodle. I should have known that. That Bowie was a Bernedoodle. It's my mother-in-law's dog. I should have known that. I knew he was a Bernedoodle. Greg and Janet Lawrence are here. Hey, Greg and Janet, we're so glad you're here. All right, friends, it is 4:30, so we are going to get going now. Welcome, everyone, to SHM's Sunday Song Session. We are absolutely thrilled and honored to have Lucy Greenbaum all the way from St. Louis joining us as a part of our SHM Sunday Song Session, sponsored today by the SHM Brotherhood. So welcome to the Shir Hamalot community, Lucy.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you to all the forces that made it happen at Shir Hamalot.
Absolutely. We are so happy to hear you. Let me tell you a little bit about Lucy, and then we will jump right into her program called Dancing with Her Timbrels, Jewish Women and Music. And so she's going to share with us all about her musical inspirations, and there are quite a few of them, and she'll tell you all about that. So Lucy Greenbaum is able to inspire individuals and build community through her music, with melodies ranging from folk, pop, rock, and everything in between. In 2018, Lucy was selected as one of Jewish Rock Radio's Jewish Stars, and through this opportunity, she recorded her latest song, Litakein. Previously in 2017, Lucy recorded her debut EP, Sing Your Strength, with Kosher Style Records. Yeah, Josh Goldberg. When she isn't writing music, Lucy currently works at Congregation Sher Emeth in St. Louis, Missouri, with Rabbi Jim Bennett and Cantor Seth Warner, where she serves as the Music and Youth Engagement Coordinator. And Lucy's recordings are available anywhere music is streamed or sold online. iTunes, you can find it everywhere. It'll be great. So without further ado, Lucy, take it away and wow us.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Zive, and thank you to Shir Hamalot and the Shireinu Project, and especially the SHM Brotherhood for sponsoring this. I'm so happy to be here. So, the structure of this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you are, is that I reached out to a couple women who I know write Jewish music, and asked them for a quote about what about their womanhood or their femininity or their identity at large plays a role in their music making. So I'm going to weave those quotes and things into the afternoon, as well as a lot of music, so don't worry. I also want to preface this with, this is by no means an exhaustive list. There are so many amazing Jewish women making awesome Jewish music. So I hope you will explore what that is and who's making it and what you like. So it's a big, diverse repertoire we'll go through today. So I wanted to start with Debbie Friedman. If you're not familiar with Debbie Friedman, she's kind of the matriarch of modern Jewish music. She really paved the way for everyone who writes and makes Jewish music. So really want to honor her today. So I want to start with a quote that I found from her that doesn't have a date, but it is very timeless. So it was the Kol Isha for every Kol Isha that inspired me to write inclusive music. It is beneficial not only for women, but for men and children as well, because singing helps us learn how to be vocal, literally. Ultimately, the voice of women, their sense of empowerment, can be born from song, which can form the core of political, spiritual, and action. The more our voices, both literally our voices and our convictions, are heard in song, the more we become our lyrics, our prayers, and our convictions. Then every woman will be heard, and every voice will be heard. Kol Isha for Kol Isha. So here's Debbie Friedman's Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thanks so much for joining us. If you just joined, I just want to preface this. I'm infusing quotes from a lot of these women whose music I'll be playing to give you a greater sense of why they write the music that they do and who it's for and all that. So this next song is going to be Shir Chadash by Julie Silver, who is just so amazing. I got to work with her through the Jewish Star program with Jewish Rock Radio. She was my mentor in that program. She's unbelievable. I grew up singing her music, and she's so amazing. And she gave me the most beautiful quote I've ever... I didn't even think it was possible, but listen to this. I am one woman with a guitar and a song in a living choir that reaches and sways and dances from here to there, back and forth, from Miriam to Debbie to all of us, to our daughters' daughters and their children as well. And now in these shifting times, sisters, we sing louder. Explore your dreams on the page, on the paper, and in raising your voices in song to tell your story, to tell someone else's story, to stay in the choir, to reach and to teach. A woman with a song in every sense of the word was present and waiting for me every time I turned the corner in my life. Grow, they sang to me, grow. So those are the beautiful words of Julie Silver, and here is the beautiful music of Julie Silver. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Thanks, Julie. It's always a beautiful song. The next song I want to share with you, and the next influential Jewish woman composer is Cantor Natalie Young, who I met let's call it 6 years ago. And she has been such a support and guiding light in my life, and especially in my music. So here's her quote. Music has the ability to open people up and tap into the deepest parts of ourselves. It is a blessing to be able to contribute to the creation of new music and ideas. For so long, women's voices were silenced. It is up to us to make sure we have something to say that is worth listening to, and to not forget the power in our voices. So here is Cantor Natalie Young's Hallelujah. Thank you, Cantor Natalie Young. So I was hoping to keep this concert fresh and share with you some music that maybe you don't know, maybe you do, but I hope you'll walk away with at least one new melody this afternoon. And maybe it's this one from Elisa Feynman, who lives in Northern California. She writes awesome, beautiful, innovative Jewish music, and she is just a beautiful soul. And here is what she had to say about Jewish women and Jewish music. What it means to be a Jewish woman writing Jewish music. It's needed more than ever to be the voice of a loving, healthy, and healing Judaism. We are the voice of Gan Eden, Bat Kol, Shekhinah, the voice of strength within loving kindness and compassion. So here is her Moda Ani, which was written in the feminine.
Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach chai b'kayam. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha. חזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך שחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך מודה אני לפניך מודה אני לפניך מודה אני לפניך
Thank you, Elisa Feynman. So this next song is kind of related to the previous one. They're both about gratitude and they're both in the feminine, but this one I wrote in November. It's a setting of Modi Manachnu Lach. Thank you, Rabbi Zive. I can see you clapping on the side. So I wrote this Modi Manachnu Lach just before this past Thanksgiving. And my friend, almost Rabbi, Noah Diamondstein, helped me with the Hebrew grammar so I could get it right, so that we're all singing the right stuff. But it's all in the feminine. It refers to God in the feminine form. And I liked how that felt to change things up. So maybe you can try it too. So this is my Modi Manachnu Lach.
Modi Manachnu Lach She'at hi Shechina Mekoreinu ve'Eloheinu Teinu Le'olam va'ed Modi Manachnu Lach She'at hi Shechina Mekoreinu ve'Eloheinu Teinu Le'olam va'ed Erev v'boker B'tzoraim Erev v'boker B'tzoraim Modi Manachnu Lach She'at hi Shechina Mekoreinu ve'Eloheinu Teinu Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed.
I'm so glad that so many of you are joining us and are enjoying the songs in the comments. Keep it coming. So this next song is by Perry Smilo. It's her Ashrei, which I learned at the Kutz camp in New York when I was a participant there. And I actually got the chance to meet her there, which was really amazing. She is such a kind and just a sweet soul is what I walked away from. And this is her Ashrei, so I hope it will make you smile.
Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Od yehallelu chasela Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Od yehallelu chasela Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Od yehallelu chasela Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Od yehallelu chasela Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei yoshvei beitecha Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will will sing your praises forever.
I saw Rabbi Zive singing along, and I hope you all were too. Awesome. So this next song is by someone that I absolutely adore everything they do, and that would be Cantor Marcia Addy, who is also in Northern California. She is just unbelievable. She writes every genre, and all of it is awesome. So that is so great. So you might know her from her song Heart of Mine, which is one of my favorite camp classics, or you might know her from her Shema, which I'll just sing a second of.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu.
That's Cantor Marcia Addy. But I'm gonna do a little bit different song of hers that has a little bit of a different groove. And her quote is just as beautiful as her music. As a Jewish woman, I bring an outsider's perspective to all of my creative endeavors, including songwriting. My earthiness, my compassion, my aliveness, my sensuality, my creativity, all of these qualities grow out of my experience of being born into this world as a Jewish woman. So here's Cantor Marcia Addy's Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדור תמרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדור תמרית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדור תמרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדור תמרית עולם.
Thank you, Cantor Marcia Addy. And the last song of this section is by an amazing, amazing Jewish songwriter, Alana Arian, who every single song that I hear of hers, every single song that she puts out nowadays, I listen and then I sit in silence for a couple minutes and then I say, dang, I really wish that I wrote that song. But I didn't. Alana did, and you should check out her music. She's amazing. And this is her super fun Mi Chamocha.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot
Thank you, Alana Arian. And thank you, Rabbi Zive, and Shir Hamalot, and the Shireinu Project, and the Brotherhood for making this afternoon so awesome and bringing me here.
Thank you, Lucy. I cannot help but sit here and dance and sing. That you are amazing.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're enjoying.
So one thing that Lucy and I have in common, among many things I'm sure, many shared friends and mentors and whatnot, is that we were both song leaders at Camp Newman, which is in Northern California. So I asked Lucy last week, did you see my initials on the wall in the music office? Did you ever see BZ? And she's like, yeah, probably. Many times. Lucy, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know I introduced you, but where you grew up, how Jewish music became such a passion for you, and how you've gotten to where you're at.
Yeah, so I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, so definitely polar opposite of St. Louis, Missouri, basically. But I grew up there. I grew up at Temple High with Rabbi Mari Chernow and Cantor Sharona Feller, so I had two women at the head of my congregation growing up, so I did not ever think twice about being a woman in the Jewish sphere, which was awesome. And my cantor really pushed me to go to this place called the URJ Kutz Camp. I was very skeptical. I'd been going to these other camps for a couple of years, but she said, no, we're going to make it happen. You're going. Yes. And before that, I didn't really have a passion for Jewish music. I really liked music. My dad, who I think is watching, is a jazz pianist by trade. So I was in music lessons really, really young. So thank you, Dad. But I went to Kutz Camp and I learned a lot about myself, but more importantly, I learned a lot about what it means to bring people together in community through song, and how important that is for building relationships, building trust, and ultimately building community and strengthening your community. And I kind of just fell in love with that part of it, just song leading and bringing people together through music. And it wasn't until I graduated high school when I wrote my first Jewish song, I guess you can say. I used the liturgy and wrote a melody. And ever since then, I've kind of just been turning to Jewish music, whether it's what I write or what my friends and colleagues and mentors write, as a source of hope and all of it. Whenever I need a little pick-me-up, or just for somebody to, sit there and feel those feelings with me through music, just turn to any of my friends who are doing this. So that's really cool. And I ended up in St. Louis because I went to Washington University in St. Louis, or you can call it WashU, which is a nice little acronym kind of thing. I don't know. But I just graduated there last May, and I've been working full-time at Congregation Sher Emeth here in St. Louis ever since, as the music and youth engagement coordinator. So half my job is services and Sunday school and music type stuff, and the other half is youth group craziness.
Well, they're lucky to have you, that is for sure. And your talent and your vocal beauty is stunning. I mean, it's just, I could listen to you sing all day. It's really, really nice. Thank you for your soul. And I just wanted to let you know, we have so many people watching, no pressure or anything. We have a lot of people out there watching. Julie Silver tuned in. She loves you. And and Alan Goodis is watching. So we have a lot of our people in the Jewish music world, as composers. There's a fraternity sorority type thing that we all have with each other, and we all know what it's like to write. We all know what it's like to be vulnerable enough to write, to put ourselves out there, and it takes a lot of courage and emotion to do that, and so we all get each other in that empathetic way. So and I learned about you, Lucy, not only through your music, not only through Josh Goldberg, but because one of our cousins is your best friend, right?
Yeah, Maddie, she's one of my best friends from college.
It's amazing. It's such a small world. And she actually told me about you a couple of years ago. So, I mean, look at this. It's unbelievable how it all comes full circle. Well,
With geography.
I think they've probably heard enough of me. They get me every week. We want to go back to you. And my friends, please feel free to comment. We have nice music on here. You are a delight. Ruth shared with us saying the music is wonderful and your intro to each song makes it even more delightful. It's obvious from your expression and your demeanor that you are truly enjoying what you are doing. So we have a lot of wonderful wonderful comments up here. And Julie Silver said to you, you picking all of my faves is making this day complete, my sweet singing friend. Thank you. So, pretty awesome stuff. So without further ado, we're going to do about, 15 or so minutes of singing. Then we're going to open it up to your questions. So feel free, if you have burning questions, to ask them in a little bit, and Lucy will be able to answer them for you.
Yes. Awesome. So this next song is by someone who I cherish my relationship with so much, and I look so much to her and her music. So that would be Chava Morel. She is unbelievable. She's writing the coolest music. She just put out an album last year. It's awesome, and this is my favorite song that Chava ever wrote, which is Achat Sha'alti. I sing it at least once a year at my congregation for high holidays. Otherwise, I sing it more. But she has a really beautiful quote also for us to hear. So she says, I feel so blessed to be born into a moment in Jewish music that was shaped by women composers like Debbie Friedman and Nurit Hirsch, whose music influenced me so greatly and gave me a sense of my own potential. It's so inspiring to witness the amazing musical spirit of the generations of women who came before me and who will come after me. So here is Achat Sha'alti.
Achat Sha'alti me'et Adonai, Achat Sha'alti ota abakesh, Shivti, Shivti bebeit Adonai, Shivti, Shivti kol yimei chayai, lachazor b'noam Adonai, uvaker b'hechalo, lachazot b'noam Adonai, to gaze upon the beauty of Adonai. One thing, I ask you, Adonai, to be with you all of my life. Achat Sha'alti me'et Adonai, Achat Sha'alti ota abakesh.
Thank you, Chava Morel. So this next composer, her name is Abby Strauss. I met her, I think 4 years ago at my very first song leader boot camp here in St. Louis, where I was actually touring WashU. I had not yet moved here. I was like a fish out of water. I did not know what I was doing at Song Leader Boot Camp, and Abby Strauss kind of took me under her wing. And before I left and went back to where I was living in Arizona, she gave me one of her CDs. And I don't know if she knows this, but I played that thing every single time I was in the car throughout the rest of that semester. And it really, really helped me get through until I got to move to St. Louis. So she's really inspirational and influential to me. And her quote is, "Jewish music through a woman's lens is super powerful. As I grew and found myself as a Jewish woman, a mom, and now serving as a cantor, my music has evolved into something that feeds the soul. A woman's role in Judaism is so important, and it is an honor to write music as I evolve and as women's roles change in Judaism as well." So here is Abby Strauss's Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, B'chol hashalom. Tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, B'chol eit, B'chol sha'a, b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam.
Thank you, Abby. Oh, yay. This next one is my friend Eliana Light, who is, I don't know what I would do without her. She is my sounding board in this work. She is my colleague, and most importantly, she is my friend. She just put out an album just a couple weeks ago called Songs About God, and it, let me tell you, is truly brilliant. So I really hope you'll check her out. She's unbelievable. And her quote is, "I feel connected to the female composers that came before me, but I also feel especially connected to female ritual leadership. In particular, Jewish home rituals that include goddess worship, and that thread of raising up feminine energies has made its way through Jewish mysticism and continues today. There are not only Jewish women composers, but Jewish women leaders and priestesses. This raises up a Shekhinah energy of love and support and rootedness that can be shared and experienced by anyone, regardless of gender." So this is her, it's called Keep Open the Gates. It's technically for Ne'ilah on Yom Kippur, but I think it's beautiful always.
The sun is setting, the gates are closing, the day is through. The sun is setting, the gates are closing, we're here with you. Keep open the gates. Keep open the gates for us. Keep open the gates. At the end of the day, Tachlanu Shar Le'ed Ne'ilat Shar Tachlanu Shar is setting, the gates are closing, the day is through. The sun is setting, the gates are closing, we're here with you.
Thank you, Eliana. Okay, I've got two more really quick ones. This next one, yes. This next one is Michelle Citron. She just shared the most beautiful quote with me, and I have to share. She said, "To me, being a Jewish female composer means to offer new perspective in ancient texts through a woman's eyes. It's what has been missing in our tradition that has long negated women's voices and interpretation of Torah. I think we live in a time where more perspectives and voices are being heard, and we can only benefit from this as a tribe." So this is her gorgeous Yehu Leratzon.
Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when it breathes. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you. Yehu Leratzon imrefi ve'hegyon libi. Yehu Leratzon imrefi ve'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'go'ali, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'go'ali. Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when it breathes. Go inside your heart and see.
I just love that English interpretation of Yehu Leratzon, so thank you, Michelle Citron. And the very last song that I'm going to intro while I tune my guitar, because it has gone out of tune because it's humid here in St. Louis. That's super fun. But this next song is a mashup, actually. It's one of my own that I wrote in 2017. Definitely 2017, which is my setting of Adonai Sfatai that I wrote actually after coming home from a protest. And I was feeling particularly inspired by having my voice heard and feeling like my voice was powerful. But recently I've been thinking about it in a different way, in that because of the Jewish women who write music and who are in Jewish music, because they paved the way for me, I can have my voice heard today. And that's why I'm here today on this concert. So I want to thank all of them. Even if I didn't get a chance to sing your music, just know that I adore all of the music that is coming out. But this is a mashup with Debbie Friedman's Psalm 150. So I thought it was fitting to start and end with Debbie. And it's nice to be able to sing some of Debbie's music with my own. So thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, and I can't wait to take some of your questions after this.
Hallelujah, 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 blessed and you are holy. You are blessed and you are praised. You are blessed and you are faithful to the ones who praise your name. You are kind and you are healing. You are cleansing of my soul. You are loved and pure and gracious. You are real and make me whole. Adonai svatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Open my lips for your praises, they'll show through your graces. Open up my lips. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You are wise and you are sparing. You are merciful and clear. You are utter perfection, no more wrong directions. I'm loved and I am here. Adonai svatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Open my lips for your praises, they'll show through your graces. Open my lips. Open up my lips. Open up my lips. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Thank you so much.
Lucy, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you, Rabbi Zive.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. We want to have an opportunity to open it up to our community to ask you any questions about you or your Jewish journey, Jewish music. Feel free to post your questions into the comment section, and we will we'll have Lucy answer them for you. So please feel free. I'm going to start off and give you a question of mine that I certainly have for you.
Great.
Lucy, what's your process of songwriting? How does it come to you? How does it, do you go melody first, then lyrics, then text, or what's your order?
I don't really have a method. All I've noticed is that if I try to force it, it's usually not a good song.
Yeah.
And I usually don't end up doing anything with it if I sit down with the intention of writing a song. Usually what happens, it often is the melody first, but sometimes I'm inspired by lyrics or liturgy first. Usually the melody, though. I'll be on a walk or in my car or something, and some little melody hook that's just 4 counts will come into my head, and then I'll play around with that and see what I can do with it, see what I can change, what I can add. And then actually oftentimes it just starts as a nigun, and then I kind of search for the matching text that pairs well with it, both melodically and with the vibe, I guess, of the melody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Janet asks, have you considered becoming a cantor?
Crazy question. I've never been asked that.
I know, right? Who would have ever thought?
Yeah, I think that is in my future eventually. I am not running towards it right now. I'm very happy with what I'm doing now, but I think definitely down the line that is in my future.
Well, I think
good question.
The members of the Jewish clergy, I will speak for all of them to say we are waiting with open arms. No question about that. Jeff asks, what is your favorite song? And I don't know whether or not he means Jewish song or secular song, but maybe you can add on to that and tell us about your favorite non-Jewish composers that are your inspirations?
Yes. So if you look at any of the videos that I've been posting recently on my Facebook page, above my piano I have a bunch of vinyl records, like album covers, and I would say those are my like musical heroes. So some of those are Carole King, Joni Mitchell, who else is up? Maggie Rogers, who's a new kind of like folk pop. She's awesome. So those are like, I kind of draw inspiration from them, I would say, a little bit, but mostly I just really love their music, and I love listening to it and singing it, even if it's just like in the car, even if it's not communal singing. I would say my favorite, so my bit is that my favorite Jewish song of all time is Debbie Friedman's I Am a Latka, because it just is such a jam.
Obviously. Obviously.
It's the best. I have been known to make many Sunday school like final day celebrations include the Latka song. So I'm going to have to go with that one.
I mean, yeah. Any song that goes do 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 do. Come on, right? It's absolutely wonderful. Does anybody else have any questions for Lucy? Now would be the time. She's here. She's willing.
Yes.
Please feel free. Well, just so you know, Lucy, you have quite... There aren't as many questions posted on here, but we have quite a lot of comments. And I encourage you, once you're done, to go on our Facebook page to hear, to read some of these, because they're all true, because they're all wonderful.
Thank you very much. I'm very much looking forward to reading through them.
Absolutely.
So thank you, everybody.
Any last second questions, burning questions that you might have? So just to let you all know, this is not Lucy's final time with us, because on Wednesday night, May 20th, does that sound about right?
I think so.
Yeah, Wednesday night, May 20th is going to be a wonderful evening at 7 o'clock, where Lucy and I are going to just have like what we call like a campfire chat. We're going to be sitting around, we're going to be playing our favorite songs and talking about Jewish music, and it'll be like a podcast, but on screen. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and we'll call it the Bryan and Lucy show, huh?
Yeah, the fireside
Or we can call
chat.
it I Love Lucy. You probably never heard that before either, right?
Yep,
yeah, it's
definitely.
Completely original.
No.
We do have a couple questions coming in, so this is great. What is your favorite place at URJ Camp Newman?
That is a great question. I think I'm going to have to say, wow, I'm totally blanking on what we called it, but like the outdoor amphitheater where we would have song sessions.
Beit Tefillah.
The Beit Tefillah, thank you very much. Yeah, so actually my last summer at Newman, one of the like hallmarks of Newman's art session for our high schoolers is that a lot of them make tali tote. And so I was like, this is my third year on staff. I should finally make one. So I did. And it's basically like the Newman skyline, and it focuses on the Beit Tefillah, because whether it's full of people and campers or whether it's empty, it's just the most like central and beautiful place to be on camp, I would say.
Yeah. Lucy, I made my tali as well, and I still have it, and it's definitely a meaningful thing. The question that I would love to conclude with is from our Director of Youth Education, Heather Rosenthal, and this is a really wonderful question. She says, what advice would you give to any young, aspiring song leaders?
Great question. All right, I have a couple words of advice. One, believe in yourself, because the most important part of song leading is your confidence. Whether or not you're faking it at the beginning, that's fine. But people feed off of your energy as a song leader, and that by being able to show that you are confident and that you're creating this space for people to build relationships and strengthen them, is like the number one step of a successful song leader, I would say. But also say you do not need to play an instrument to be a song leader. However, it is very helpful. I have many, many, many times song led without a guitar, and it's totally possible, and it's great. And a guitar will just change your life in general, regardless of song leading. Yeah, so highly recommend whatever instrument of choice you pick. I think adding an instrument can just add a lot of depth to music and especially communal singing. And I guess my third advice would be to not give up on it, because sometimes it is really frustrating and it's hard, especially at first. It's really hard to feel like you have control of group, especially as a young person, and even more so as a woman, I would say. So just believing in yourself, having that confidence, and keep going. Those would be my words of advice.
Thank you. They're wonderful words. They're inspiring words, and we're inspired by you. From one song leader to another. Lucy, you are an absolute gem. Thank you so much for sharing us your wisdom, your soul, your passion, being vulnerable with us. We couldn't appreciate it anymore, and we are so excited on May 20th, Wednesday night, that you and I get to be together and just talk like this, and it'll be a really, really great night. So Lucy, thank you. We are going to be wrapping it up in a brief second. Once again, thank you to the SHM Brotherhood for sponsoring this SHM Sunday Song Session. For those of you, this is the first time with us at Shir Hama'alot. Thank you for signing on and listening to Lucy and sharing in. We do wonderful musical programs through our music program, the Shireinu Project. And we're doing some great musical virtual programs as well on Wednesday night. Just so you have an idea of what's coming up next on Wednesday night, Matt Martinez, our adult music experience choral director, is going to be giving a whole lecture on opera music. So come and listen to Matt. Eddie Stevens, our sound tech, who gave a great presentation about the history of Elvis, is going to be giving a whole history on rock and roll music. So please come and enjoy. And of course, we have our SHM Sunday Song Sessions, and we are going to keep singing. We're going to keep bringing the music to you. Our motto is hear it, see it, live it. And that's what we are doing. Lucy, would you mind gracing us with one more song of yours, your own compositions, before we run?
I would love to. I will play the first Jewish song I ever wrote.
Thank you.
That was a Yihu Leratzon. So I wrote it with the intention of bringing hope, and I bet a couple people who are watching could use a little hope right now, because I know I could. So Yihu Leratzon.
Yehiu leratzon imre fi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'goali Adonai tzuri v'goali.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you so much, Lucy, and thank you, everybody. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, Shavua Tov, and sending love from St. Louis and from, of course, Orange County, from Irvine. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.